Bro, I did not realize Surtain is 23 and won't be 24 until like next offseason, bro. That price is going to go up even more because he's so young, man. We were talking Jair Alexander. Bro, he's like 5 years younger than him.
Maybe that Packers
He's
blog
23.
was overinflating their own player, though.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, yo, so
That's
it's
what I'm
23. I'm like, God,
it's a Packers
dog.
blog, so they think their guy's probably worth more than what he actually is.
Okay.
That happens.
Okay. What do you think he's
Right,
worth,
we've talked about Najee going for a first or second.
You
That's
talked
not
about
realistic.
Najee going for a first and second.
Near TG.
Yeah, both of y'all. TG was
Now,
more swindle.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
TG was trying to swindle
convinced.
somebody, man. He was trying to swindle somebody. That sound like the whole, hey, man, take this deal or you're going to have to take something else. All right, take this deal. That's what that sound like. Oh, God, we know that ain't happening, man. But Surtain, I'm like, bro, he's 23? I don't know why I thought he was 25. I was like, yo, I feel like he's been in this thing for a minute. 2 first,
a third, and Levi Wallace.
2 first, a third, and Levi. That could work potentially. I don't know, though. Still seems a little light if I'm the Broncos. Because if I'm the Broncos, 2 firsts aren't worth Surtain. He's already proven that he's worth 2 firsts. The third is cool. What am I going to do with Levi? I'm rebuilding over there. If I'm getting rid of Surtain.
I will send him Dan Moore, too.
If I'm getting rid of Surtain, man, I'm rebuilding. You sending me some pieces that I don't really got a lot of use for.
Anthony McFarland, too.
I need a... Can I get a Jalen and a
James
JPJ?
Pierre?
Can I get JPJ?
Hell no.
Why not? If I'm giving you one of my young dudes and I'm going to have to rebuild, let me get something that's young. I want something with the least amount of mileage.
Nope.
You trying to give me
We're rolling with JP.
mileage, man.
No. We got our young guy on the roster. We're rolling with him. We're trying to add to them.
Can I get Meek?
No.
Can I get 3 first?
No, we're just giving up picks and guys we feel like that are expendable.
All right, can I get this year's first and second, the next year's first and second?
I'd think about it.
Because I'd be cool with that. First and second this year, first and second next year.
Yeah.
Because if you're Denver, the whole, like, when we see this player, if you're getting rid of a Patrick Surtain, they're outside of TJ, Minka, what are we realistically sending over there that is reputable or is going to be like, oh, yeah, man, that's a fair trade? No. So they're going to want heavy picks.
How about maybe a first and third this year and a first, second next year and Levi?
I don't hate it. I think you got to have 2 first. I think you're going to have 2 either seconds or something else that's high end because they're not interested in good players or average players. If they're moving on from Pat Surtain, that would be like if we ever were to move on from TJ. Heck, TJ's dang near 30, though. That's the other part that's different. Surtain's still so much younger than that. So it's like, bro, he's 23.
Yeah, we ain't giving up TJ. Said he would riot. That can't happen.
Yeah. Can't give up him.
Yeah, Minka's pretty much off limits, too. Kenny Pickens.
See what I'm saying?
Off limits.
But we're talking about a player that you can make a case outside of TJ. They're not more decorated than them. Minka and Surtain are probably what in terms of how they're viewed, in terms of their accolades and stuff like that. After that, everybody else is going to be less than Surtain, man.
Right, I'd have Minka, TJ, and Cam, but Cam's in a different stage of his career than Surtain.
How old is Minka?
What, 26, 27?
Surtain's 3 years younger than him on top of that. That's crazy. It's crazy. I want him, though, if we could. But I think it's going to take a lot. And we also got the issue that we're sitting at 4-2 right now, Deke. So our picks aren't typical, don't look like they're going to be of the earlier variety. And I think that also is at play in this thing.
Well, if you just look at Tomlin's track record, too.
Exactly.
We never have a worse season than 500. Right. So, yeah, best case, it's going to be in the teens for whatever team.
You see what I'm saying?
Picks.
So I'm going to get a mid-teen first rounder for Surtain.
And that's best case for the team that's getting them. I don't think we're going to be picking in the teams. I think we're going to be a playoff.
Because if Surtain comes here, what do you think going to be with the Steelers? They're going to be a lot better.
Our defense will be awesome.
Yeah. I think it's going to take a lot if we were really trying to do that, man.
I did my perfect trade deadline scenario on Bleacher Report today. Let me know what you think.
What you got? Oh, you said this one. Okay. I have to tap in there.
We trade for Surtain.
Okay.
We trade for Terrell Edmonds. So, literally, we don't have one hole on this defense once
This is
Cam
also
Hayward
true.
gets healthy.
Yeah.
Secondary lockdown, safeties, even better. Bringing in an Edmonds. He could do some of that box linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Free more stuff up for Minka.
Allows Minka to go back into the post.
Right. D-line with Cam Hayward being back. And you got him, Benton, Ogunjobi. Obviously, we have TJ Highsmith. There's not a flaw on that defense.
Yeah.
So get Surtain, get Edmonds, and then I was thinking for offense, I know people were trying to bring up center. People are maybe bringing up tight end. But Moose going to come back. I don't know how that dynamic's going to work out once he does get right after, 3-4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said we need a stable third running back. And
Okay.
we got to go over to the Jets for that and scoop a Banacanda off them.
That's your viz. I know you got to get your viz. Now you got to get your viz.
McFarland he's not reliable. I'm sorry.
This is true.
He's hurt all the time.
Best
And when
ability
we
is
do
your
see
availability,
flashes
man.
from him over these last 2 years. It's either like a game or two in preseason or a random game in the regular season. We're never able to see him string like a month together.
A consistent.
And when we did see him play for a month in a row, that was back in his rookie year. He was falling all over himself.
Yeah,
so
very true, man.
We don't really have a full sample size of McFarland. He's either been hurt or he's just been way too inconsistent.
Yeah, yeah.
So get her Banacanda. Dude ran for 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns last year at the same field he'd be playing on if the Steelers traded for him. He knows what he's doing.
All right.
That's my perfect trade deadline scenario.
Okay.
You give up some picks for Surtain. You give up something really late for Edmonds.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you just do cash considerations for a Banacanda. Omar Khan would be absolutely gutted.
That's really aggressive, though. That is super duper aggressive.
I think would be even more solidified for this year, but I don't think it's killing your future because Surtain, as you mentioned, is pretty damn young.
Yeah.
You got him and JPJ in that secondary. Omar Khan can figure out the numbers. Cam Hayward's big contract, I believe, is up after this year.
Mm-hmm.
You got Levi Wallace coming off the books, a bunch of other little 1-year contracts.
coming up.
We could figure it out.
Okay.
I'm sure Omar can figure it out.
But now you're killing your ability to add pieces to your roster going forward through the draft, though.
We got to pay all these dudes anyway. I'd like to keep, Freiermuth, some of these other draft picks like Broderick Jones, Kenny Pickens. I think it's worth it.
Okay. I just think it's super aggressive because in my mind, I'm like, so if Deontay, because we're saying we're going to have to start paying people, eventually that's going to get off the books, right? Because we're going to have to pay Kenny.
We're managing drafting
GP.
receivers in the third round.
But we usually could do that because we ain't got to worry about first and second round because we're picking something else in the first and second round. But if we don't have them picks anymore, everything kind of gets pushed back, correct? That's my only concern. And if we got to start paying Kenny and Pickens and other players, we can't be or continue to be heavy players in free agency. The whole model shifts once Kenny gets this contract, if that were to happen, right? And if it didn't, right? Say he actually didn't develop and he never got better than where he is right now, we also set ourselves back with that too because you ain't got no first round picks. Like I said, that's my only thing. It's super duper aggressive,
you want
man.
Surtain or not?
It's super duper aggressive, bro. It's super duper aggressive.
We could live with whatever we give up for Edmonds or Banacanda. That's nothing.
Yeah, because that's gonna be small, right?
But it goes back to what we were talking about 5 minutes ago. Couple first and second, third, whatever it is, whatever it takes. If we get Surtain at the trade deadline, I'm on cloud nine.
They say if Omar could do that thing, man, and this without killing us, man, I love it because he's a heck of a player. I just think that it's going to take a lot to get him because of how talented he is, the position he plays, and he's super young, and he's been way more healthy than we even talk about Jair Alexander. We know he's been banged up a little bit more. And those are some of the things that's like, man, them type of dudes don't ever hit the market typically, man. But that's also why they get drafted where they get drafted and they, get paid when they get paid because of that specialty. It's not a lot of them type of dudes walking around this earth, man.
If you want to go more bargain shopping, I've offered those solutions as well. J.C. Horn, Jalen Johnson.
That one.
Either or, go for that.
J.C. cheaper, we said that. Hurt, but cheaper. We're going to trust the Omar, though. Omar going to hold us down. Omar going to get us right, man.